All right, so it's almost 4 a.m. It's 3:43 a.m. on 3/13/2020. Um, it's been a lot of work. I have a video downloading. I'll show that to you on here. I covered the window, of course. Get a little bit of privacy here. Let's see. The one that says Z2 upload failed, that's been sitting there for well, ever since I was up there in Montana, or up there in South Dakota. There were 2 recordings I made with him, and one of them uploaded, and it's private so that not everybody can look at it. The second one didn't completely upload, so what I have to do is I have to scroll through my phone. I'll show you what that part looks like. I just got done editing the stuff between Amy and I, so it's got her kids' names out of it, so I can show it on here or whatever. I got the phone numbers edited out of it and all that shit. The video that I'm downloading on my phone right now, it's going to be private. As soon as it's done downloading, I'm going to make it private. But I go to photos here, and it's got a bunch of stuff on there. Now, in order to transfer it to my computer, because you can see them, like when we talk about Brock, this is Brock. Brock Byington. That's the when Megan Christie had this house, Brock Byington was living with her, and they did a lot of meth here. So that's kind of the scenario. A lot of these people are meth heads. A lot of them are really addicted to their shit. But when I talk about Brock, that's the Brock I'm talking about. He went by Boomhauer here. But I'll show you what I mean by all right. So I'm gonna pick a picture at random here, if I can find one. Here, we'll find one of a child molester. That way, if I get in trouble, at least I'm in trouble for exposing one of them sorry ass son of a bitches. Zoom back quite a ways. I found one. This right here, this is Derek. He also goes by Thor. He has about 20 different profiles. If you look at them, he's a sexual deviant. He's a pretty fucked up individual. I don't know if this is one of the ones that let's see, we'll send this in Messenger to, in order to download it from here to my computer, let's see. I'll send it to Shannon +1. It looks like it worked, so it's not one of the ones that I deleted. I had to delete them from my phone in order for it to make room. So then it ends up, like this. But That's Derek Apodaca. If you guys have been paying attention, I've told a few stories about him. Um, Here's another picture of him from one of his other profiles. He's got a lot of them. Let's see. Keep on scrolling. There's Grayson Malzak. There's Angela Kurzmal. Cache City. This guy right here. This guy used to date Alicia Bollinger, or Natalie Bollinger. He was also going to stab Desiree, and he was going to, because Desiree wasn't there, he was going to stab somebody at random. Pretty sick son of a bitch. He had a big ass kitchen knife. He was pissed off because Desiree woke him up by beating the shit out of him. He goes by Cash. Oh, um, that's the guy who told me about Alicia going down to the band shell and screaming at homeless people about me. Here's a picture of Des. She's the mutual friend that me and Rose Kelly have in common. Um, she's the one that stole my stuff at the apartment in Sydney. I actually have a picture in here of 3 different people that are in a lot of my stories. I wonder if I'll find that one. That would be nice. I've got some here of some other stories of victims that a lot of these, I'm really hoping that I can get a police officer to actually take this seriously, or get a news agency to actually take this seriously and try to help some of these people. A lot of them are addicts, but they're not bad people. I mean, Amy Witcher's not a bad person. She's pissed off, but that's understandable. Here's a whole bunch of the messages between Desiree and I. In order to send those, I'll have to do some special shit, but fuck it, right? She sends me a lot of love and light stuff at this point in our conversations, but there's a lot of mutual friends that we got. And Des, she's got a lot of mental issues from the shit that she endured. I wonder who this one's with. Rihanna. I think I already posted these up. I did. Yep, and there's a fucking shit ton of them. Let's see. Rachel Marie, Catherine Louise, Mario Espinoza. Um, this is with some of them asshats who were obviously one of the people. When I post these ones up, these are people in a group that Tim Beeson's in, and these guys are in it too, and they're kind of assholes. And of course, they're threatening each other. Tim Beeson is threatening this Nick feller, and Nick is threatening Tim Beeson. I don't know why the fuck I was invited to the group, but I tried being nice. Fuck, it's the butt crack of early. I spent a lot of fucking time editing. It took a really long time to do, but also like I was able to get the pile of stuff off the floor. I got the desk moved over to there because I'm using a table now, a fold-out table. It was pretty heavy, and my back hurts like a motherfucker. But shit, so goes life, right? Um, in our messages between me and Amy Witcher, we talk about Brock Byington. Um, we also talk about um, Amanda Payne, and we talk about um, well, quite a few people. They wanted to post me up all over the news, not hear my side of the story, but post up just the same because they assumed my guilt. What a bunch of fucking filthy goddamn cunt rags. Um, let's see. This is from Butterfly Rule, so that would have been back in January when Selena disappeared. Um, I've been scrolling for a while here. It's taken a while. Um, there's more with Selena, so that would still be in January as well. Ah, here's Joanna Taylor Smith. I took the messages between her and I, and they're on YouTube here as well. Um, pretty white girl. That's why she was so busy telling me those pretty white girl things that only work for pretty white girls. Yes, of course you have a pretty white girl life. No, you don't get to compare your life to mine. You're a pretty white girl. If you decide you're done with your boyfriend, you already have two or three of them lined up just for the next hour. Oh, here's some really cool stuff. These are pulse jet engines. Fuck it, we'll skip past those. Ooh, the Gatling gun. I love the Gatling gun so much. I mean, it's just the machinery, the way that it works, the understanding of it is pretty badass. Um, there's the other Miss Peaches. She's a badass too, by the way. Um, she used to date Derek Parrish. That's Joanna Taylor Smith's boyfriend, um, Janine's son. Well, the other Peaches was dating him. She had a baby with him, but he's not daddy material. He's an asshole. He's selfish, and he treated Miss Peaches completely like fucking shit. And then he was cheating on her with JoJo. So, yeah, he doesn't deserve Miss Peaches. Um, all right, that's some stuff with Victoria. Victoria is living in a vehicle with her daughter right now in Colorado. She did move in with somebody for a while, but fucking it didn't work out. And I don't know. Um, let's see. Fuck, I forgot there was so much goddamn evidence on this son of a bitch. I mean, I took a lot of screenshots. Here's Kelly Henson. Um, here's some conversations between myself and who's this with? October 7th, 2016. These are with Maddie Boa. Like I said, I used to be friends with these people. Um, Here's one with Natalie. She sent me a picture of her leg all fucked up. I typed, I don't like that your leg got messed up, but I'm glad it was just the leg. I try not to get emotional, but I would have freaked out if you had died and I didn't even get to see you or hug you or anything. See, the thing is that leg right there, that's what happened because I wasn't already on the fucking road. I mean, you got no idea how much that fucked my head up. You know, she's like, are you on the way yet? I'm like, no, I was at Brenda Dickinson's house, literally right across the street from where I'm at now. And I was already a couple of months late, and she was freaking out. And it made me feel bad that I wasn't there fast enough. It really did. And her basically making me feel like if I wasn't there, she was gonna fucking kill herself. Her mom was driving her fucking crazy. Her sister was driving her crazy. Her ex-boyfriend was driving her crazy. Her dad was driving her crazy. Her uncle was driving her crazy. I mean, it's just holy shit, you know? Here's Dalton Crawford. Somebody just sent me a message on Facebook. People keep trying to tell me that I got to do this and I got to do that. I'm like, motherfucker, find out what's going on. Before you want to judge, find out what the fuck is going on. Here's Mike Vernon. He's in some of my stories as well. That's Miss Jerry's ex, not brother-in-law. He married her sister. Um, let's see. There's Casey. By the way, Casey was found. She's safe. Her and her boyfriend are having a lot of issues with the system here in Colorado as well. There's Tyler Frericks, um, Samantha Tertau. Let's see. I've been an asshole to a lot of people. I'm proud of that, by the way. You can't really tell by this picture. This is Mackenzie Checkman. She's pretty. She's got moles all over her face, but she's still pretty. And that is Maddie Boa's ex-girlfriend. I don't know exactly who the dude is, but that's Mackenzie Checkman. And she was one of the people that ganged up on me. I was trying to get the assaults to stop. Um, it just wasn't working out. I was getting ganged up on by Maddie and Mackenzie and Alicia and Natalie, and it just fucking sucked. Um, Also, this is Nova Wilmuth. She lives here in town, and that's Jamie Curtis. Every time that Nova told Jamie that she had a crush on him, Jamie would go have sex with him. Um, it's pretty fucked up. There was a guy named Trent who used to work down at the auto parts store here, and Nova let it slip that Jamie had a crush on him. And of course, I was hanging out with her quite a bit back then. And yeah, the first thing she did was go try to have sex with that dude. This is Lindy Ziegler. She goes by Wings. She's in a couple of my stories as well. She used to date Emery. Um, the one next to her is that you can only see half of. That's Joyce Vogt. I had a lot of issues with her son here. He's a meth addict too. Him and a guy named Jason Jepson were pretty much the most fucked up meth heads in town. This is with Ashley. There's with Victoria. Samantha Danielle. This is a woman who she lives in Virginia Beach. She used to be friends with Natalie and Alicia. She used to give them rides. Her conversation between her and I is also here on YouTube. She verifies a lot of the stuff that I was saying. Here's the asshole fucking bus driver. Fuck this dude. This guy was threatening. He was an asshole. He was just all sorts of fucked up. This is when I went from South Dakota to Nebraska. He just that guy was a piece of fucking work. You know, there's no reason for him to be fucking threatening people the way that he was. I wonder if this little short clip has him threatening me. It might.
So the bus driver on the bus here was very unruly and very insulting. There weren't no reason for it. But I'm waiting on some phone calls to come back in. As soon as they get here, I'll be on my happy little way. I absolutely legally have to drop me off.
I guess not. That bus driver, though, he was. Whew, it's difficult to deal with someone with a shitty attitude like that. And because he dropped me off in Colorado, and I was scared shitless that the police were going to show up at any point in time and fucking drag my ass off. I mean, that would be the end of the fucking story. Colorado is a bad fucking place, and them pigs are rotten. But shit, this is quite a trip down memory lane. See, that's the stuff between Amy and Andrew and I. So we're starting to get back a ways. Let's see. There's some pictures of the Jepson family. More of the conversation between Ray Ray and I. I think this one's on YouTube, but I don't know what it's titled. That lady with me, that's Miss Peaches, the one that I always talk about. This is at court in Boulder about the assault against me by Officer Lolatai. The court dates that I needed her for, though, was my civil court dates and the court dates in Larimer County. And, like, really, what I needed is for her to make a fucking statement. Here's Justine and Jackie Martindale. They're in my stories as well. Very pretty, right? Yeah. Well, there's more to life than pretty. This one right here, this is Jackie, and this one is Justine. And a lot of people thought Jackie was the prettiest one. I thought Justine was the prettiest, but I had a crush on Jessica. She's the one that later became a cop. The reason I got over her is I realized that her husband was a better person than me. Turns out I was wrong. The guy's a fucking chub and he's a pussy. Here's Jessica Martindale and her husband, William Barr. What a filthy fucking goddamn cunt rag. I hope that fucking porker chokes on something. I don't want him to die, though. Not until everybody in his family is dead. Not until he has lost everybody that he cares about and understands to some small degree what it is that I feel like. Let's see, there's Mobley and his dog and Todd Ryan Case. Mobley's hiding behind his dog. Beautiful. Um, there's a lot in here. Lindy Ziegler, she had a baby with Emery, and her baby died, and she was walking around Boulder, Colorado with a dead baby for a couple of days. She's starting to recover mentally from that, but here's from when I was in at Jamie's up there, because this is the missing persons thing about Alicia Bollinger. Train. Actually, there's a few of them because, like, I went from we're just pulling into South Dakota, or we're just pulling into Rapid City, and I look off to my right, and there's a mall there, and there's a whole bunch of police vehicles out there, and it turns out there was a guy who was, I don't know, there was just a shit ton of cops there. I don't remember the exact situation that was going on because in between there and the bus station, Bobby gets a hold of me and tells me that Alicia Bollinger is missing. And the first thing I start doing is freaking the fuck out. I mean, this is deja fucking vu. And then I got people fucking saying I killed her and all sorts of shit again. I mean, like, holy fuck. I am so glad that Alicia did not fucking die. I mean, I spent a few days trying to help find her, trying to get the news to actually do something, to fucking look for her, to I mean, fuck, it was a messed up situation. Here's Pierre Byron. Let's see if it'll even show his face. It doesn't look like it's gonna. Maybe if I shake it. Fuck it. But yeah, I'm pretty fucking tired. I spent most of the night editing, so I'm gonna. It looks like it's still downloading my last video, so. Brian Adam Boswell got a hold of me. He used to go by Gumby, and he was dating a girl named Domino. Street names. A lot of people go by street names. It makes them difficult to locate. Me, I always went by Sean Schwartz, so I was easy to locate. Here's a whole bunch of pictures of police reports that I was trying to make. I guess it's not gonna show them. Some of them are from me, some of them are from other inmates. Here's another one. This is Derek Apodaca again, going by Rick Sanchez. There's Rand Ingersoll. Here's the special gift that Mobley got. That's the K-bar that Monroe stuck in him. Officer Keith Steinman gave Monroe a new knife, a K-bar, when he got out of jail because Keith Steinman is a piece of shit. Let's see. Here's another one of Dalton Crawford, punk ass little bitch. He can fucking suck a dick. He's a punk ass little fucking whorehound. He had the opportunity to kill me, told me if I ever went to Virginia, he was going to do this and he was going to do that. I went to Virginia, he didn't do shit. Here's one from the hospital. That's of me, of course. And that was taken in Abba something or other in Virginia.
Well, here's where I'm supposed to go to try to get help. One of hundreds of phone numbers that I've called. Let's see if these people are able to help even a little bit.
These guys were assholes, by the way. They didn't listen for fuck, and because nobody went in with me, they fucking tried to ship me off to the fucking mental ward. I'm like, you fucking bastard ass pieces of fucking shit. And they lied to me the whole fucking time. God damn. That's what pigs do. They fucking lie. And then you need a lawyer to get their body cameras to prove that they lied, and chances are pretty good that they turn their fucking body camera off. I mean, there's just so much in here. It's just a lot of fucking pictures. A lot of screenshots of conversations. Don't want to bore you. Here's Cinderblock. Cinderblock was there the day that Shady Dan died. He was sleeping probably within of Dan's body at 10 a.m. behind the pedestrian the pedestrian shop. Here's Joshua Eichelberger. This is the guy who was calling his 3-year-old daughter and Tabby's granddaughter as well. They're the same age. They're both 3 at the time. This is the guy who was calling them cunts. This is the guy who was screaming the whole fucking time I was there like a drunken asshole. This is the guy who threw down one of Tabby's daughters on the stairs, and holy fuck. Here's Amy Kalina Spencer. Let's see if I can zoom in so y'all can see her better. She used to be a lot bigger, but she went on the Jenny Crank diet. I don't even remember what it was that I was doing. I just started scrolling back and realizing I knew people. There's a friend of mine. Well, he was a she, and then after the surgery and the hormones and all that to turn her into a him, so now she's a he, and I call her a he because he is a he now. I don't know if that sounds complicated, but it is. Here is, it says Karina Espinosa, but she also goes by Kat Chang, and she's the one at the Creek Festival that I was drawing with a Sharpie when I drew that dragon tattoo on Natalie Bollinger. Now, the reason that I know this, despite the fact that I don't actually remember drawing it, I do remember the event. And that was the only event where that would have happened. And I'm sure that she'll probably remember it. Um, let's see, here's some people I knew at Starbucks. Um, here's more stuff protesting the police. Some people that were threatening me. Oh, here's a dude who was showing off his tallywhacker. This guy right here was in contact with me. Stephen Rowland is the guy in the picture. Sammy Lawrence is the guy messaging me, both from Boulder. Um, yeah, he was sending her dick pics. The whole toxic masculinity thing. She was going off about toxic masculinity and so on and so forth. And not in response to her showing this guy's dick pics, it was in response to Sammy Leon Lawrence IV. Um, it was a pretty fucked up situation. Let's see, that is Sean Ratner. I helped find him. Um, that's Brandon Ratner's brother. Ah, here you go. Denise M. Kelly. This is Natalie's grandmother. She was playing some pretty fucked up head games. I got some screenshots of some things that she was saying in some of them Facebook groups. Um, I think I might try to get some sleep. We'll see if I can. It's approaching that time. It's 4:20 a.m. on the button. Um, here's a boat that was in Washington State. They have a whole bunch of them for free. Unfortunately, my boat trailer is out at David and Laura Nelson's, and that boat was in Washington State, which is where I was at when I saw it. Um, let's see, Christopher Tapp. Ah, here's four guys from my stories. Um, on this side is Mobley. On the other side is Rabbit. In the middle is Monkey, and at the bottom is Christopher Tapp. I guess familiarizing you guys with these people is what I'm doing here. Here's Maddie Boa when she was going out with Mackenzie Chapman. They broke up because Maddie Boa was busted selling meth and Mackenzie has a kid. And she just didn't want that kind of fucking trouble. Let's see. There's quite a bit here. Now, in order to use my cord here and transfer all of this over to this thing here, I have to re-download them to my phone, which they're not downloaded. They're just, and I don't understand how that even works because they're on my phone. But in order to transfer from here to here, I have to actually re-download them to my phone, which is another big pain in the ass. Here's a picture I got of myself off of the internet. It's a picture of me in Virginia. This is while I was staying behind where Natalie worked. It wasn't Natalie who worked there. Natalie quit her or didn't have a job there because she broke her leg trying to kill herself because I wasn't there fast enough. Alicia worked there, and I took a picture of me and sent it to her at her request. And of course, that's one of the, if you look up my name on the internet, that's one of the pictures that pops up. Um, Let's see. There's a picture of Peaches and Derek's son getting adopted by Peaches' new husband, which is good because he's a much better man than Derek ever was. Here's Tigger. I've been telling stories about her for a lot of years. She was a good friend of mine. Her and Aaron took me in 2003 or so. She died of hypothermia saving a dog. There's a lot of people like that. Here's the messages between me and Candace that were put on Sword and Scale, Mike Burdett. He only looked at one side of it. What a fucking sorry ass piece of shit. See, there's a picture of Mandy Singer. And fuck, there's a lot in here. And that's just on this phone. I got this phone while I was in Wyoming. I mean, I had 3 other phones before this. I got this one when I was in Wyoming the second time to go see Rihanna. It wasn't actually my intent to see Rihanna, but when I was there and I was stuck there and I didn't have anywhere else to go, I was able to get a hold of Rihanna. It just ended up being a really fucked up scenario. The third time I went to see Rihanna, she really needed a friend, and I needed a friend, and she thought she could help me, and she thought I could help her. And well, before the kids were involved, that was a possibility. But with her mental issues at the time, and my mental issues at the time, and those kids going through the fucking hell that they were going through, like really, those kids should not have been with Rihanna. That was not a smart decision on Amy Spencer's part. I guess this just ended up being a fucking 42-minute rant. Y'all be safe. Save lives, don't take them.